Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have such an exciting video because I just got back from 5 Points Fest a couple days ago in Brooklyn, New York. If you don't know what 5 Points is, stick around and I'll tell you in a second. And when I tell you, I purchased so many designer toys and collectibles. I cannot wait to show you guys what I got from brands such as Super 7, artists such as Salesman, My Plastic Heart, Andrea, Kang, Chueh, and so many more. Just wait till you see what I got. Everything is quite literally out of this world. Okay guys, so as I mentioned, I attended 5 Points Fest in Brooklyn, New York on Saturday, this past Saturday. So as I mentioned, I attended 5 Points Fest in Brooklyn, New York this past Saturday, June 8th. And oh my goodness, it was the most amazing time ever. I was looking so forward to this for so long. And if you guys didn't know what 5 Points Fest is, it is a festival of all things designer toys, different artists, so many artists, live art, incredible food, just an amazing day, and so many of my favorite artists were there. So 5 Points is brought to you by Clutter and Clutter Studios and all their amazing businesses and companies. I know I've talked a lot about Clutter. I absolutely love them, so shout out to Josh and Miranda. They did such an amazing job. This was my first time going to 5 Points, and I have heard nothing but incredible reviews of it. And oh my gosh, did it not disappoint. I can't even take the smile off my face because I'm so excited. And all of these collectibles and the experience itself and getting to meet so many artists that I've really always wanted to, and a few that I got to meet for the first time. And what just a beautiful event. Also, please give me a follow on Instagram at FUNKO Freak with 3 underscores because I'm going to be posting so many pictures there from the event. I had an incredible opportunity to meet so many amazing artists, and I also went live at the event, which is posted to my Instagram. So I took everyone on a tour of the fest itself. We got exclusive interviews with amazing people, including Chueh Tokyo and a couple incredible other artists. So I'm gonna go through everything that I picked up. I also got a bunch of stickers and picked up a couple programs. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is from an artist that I've always really wanted to meet, and their name is Salesman. So please be sure throughout this whole video to give these amazing artists some love on Instagram. I really came prepared to 5 Points. I brought 2 things that I really wanted to get signed, and the first happens to be from Salesman as well. So as you know, my little symbiosis figure here, which I love so much. It has 2 other little buddies that sit on the top here, but it's actually one of my favorite collectibles of all time. Symbiosis in science is the mutual use of each other almost. So this little buddy up here is using the body, and the body is using the buddy. So they both need each other. So I love this collectible. I'm really on the search for the Bigfoot variant. And Salesman did comment on my photo and said there's another one coming. So please keep an eye out. But I really wanted to get this signed. So I brought my favorite little buddy that sits up top here, and I got him signed there. And I also got the foot signed here. So again, shout out to Salesman. Thank you so much. You were so incredibly kind, and I really appreciate you taking the time to sign this for me. For the item that I got from the event, I took it out of the box, but I will show you the box first, and that is, guys, I'm so excited. Turtle's new boots. I wanted this so freaking bad. This was a new exclusive that dropped, which I'll show you in a moment. But here's the box. It's super cute. It will make sense in a second why there's little cowboy boots on the side here. But guys, when I tell you this is one of my favorite things of all time, like, oh my gosh, it's so perfect. Here is Turtle's new boots. First of all, look at the face, okay? I'm gonna try to do this so you could see the detail a little bit more. Look at his face and look at his tiny boots. I actually can't deal with this because from the second that I saw it, I was like, I need to get this. It's just too amazing, and I needed to buy it. And when Salesman announced that the sparkly boots variant was coming out, I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I actually got him to sign the bottom as well there. Turtle's new boots is finally home. There's also another variant that has pink boots, but I loved the sparkly glitter, so I had to pick him up. The next artist that we're going to talk about is Andrea Kang, who you might be familiar with her beautiful work that Super Plastic has done, as well as her collaboration with another one of my favorite artists, CZ13, for their CanBot series in partnership with Clutter. If you don't know what a CanBot is, stick around because I'm going to show one off. My Plastic Heart, which is an amazing designer toy company, I love them. I followed them for a really long time, and I believe they're also located in Brooklyn. They had a booth there, and of course I followed them, and I was keeping up with the news prior to this fest, and I had seen that they were bringing none other than Andrea Kang to the event. Guys, I was so freaking excited because they also announced a new partnership for a new edition of this amazing designer toy. There's been a couple other ones in the past called Mr. Puff. I love her style, I love her artwork, and meeting her was genuinely one of the most incredible experiences I've had since starting collecting with an artist. She was so genuine, so personable, so kind and inviting. Overall, just an amazing experience. You are so sweet. Here is Mr. Puff in this new variant. I'm gonna spin him around a little bit so you can see the texture is amazing. He's super lightweight, and I just love him. And I love collecting, and this is what it's all about, finding pieces that really speak to you. So this is Mr. Puff here. Check out his face. Oh, I just love him so much. After meeting Andrea, I got her to sign him. This I'm actually keeping directly behind me right there, next to my Glow Paint Drip by CZ13, because the glow on this is unreal, and I'm gonna keep him under the black light. I mentioned CZ13, who's one of my favorite artists. So that brings us into two more things that I picked up. Well, one that I picked up and one that I got signed at 5 points. The first one is my little Arlo Prime CanBot. So in Prime We Trust, please give him a follow. Is such a sweet person and an amazing artist. I love Arlo. This is his little creation, and I just love this CanBot so much. I was looking for it for a while. You can see the head articulates, which is awesome. And it has a little rattle to it. So it looks like a spray paint can. It's also flocked, if you can't tell. And guys, I had actually gotten this signed by the creator artist CZ13 when I met him last year at a Clutter event on the same day that I got to meet Ron English. Talk about an amazing day. But I actually got CZ to sign the bottom, and I now have Prime's signature on here. So it's signed by both the creator artist as well as the artist who they collaborated with for this CanBot. Prime not only signed, but told me that this was his first Prime Arlo CanBot that he had signed. So he wrote 1 of 1 on there, which, how amazing is that? I also picked up an item by CZ13. I was really hoping CZ would be there. However, he wasn't there at the fest, but the Kings County Brewers Collective, KCBC, was doing an artist series for the event, which was a brewery company that did a bunch of custom cans. So this one was CZ's can. I had to get it. It's really beautiful too. It's like holographic almost. But I had to get it because that is CZ's art. So give CZ13 a follow, check him out. I have several of his beautiful art pieces, and he's one of my favorite artists. So I had to pick this up from 5 points to add to my collection. The next thing that I picked up were actually 3 packs of the Creatives cards, which if you don't know the Creatives, please go check out Red Guardian on Instagram. I got to finally meet Red in person. Angel, you are awesome. Thank you so much. And I not only bought 3 packs, but Angel tossed in a 4th one that I opened there. So here are the last 2 that I have that are still sealed. I'm going to hold on to these for a little bit because I want to do something special with opening them. And guys, we have a special guest who's crashing the party right now. Suki, do you want to say hello? Hi, baby girl. This is Suki, our Siamese. She's still a baby, and she loves collecting designer toys, and she loves Paul. Shout out to my amazing boyfriend at Deadpaul_collects. I love him so much. But this is our daughter, Suki. She's the sweetest little baby girl, and oh my gosh, does she love Paul. When she hears his voice, she literally comes running down the hall. So the next item that I have, I was super, super thankful for, and that's because it was actually something that an artist was giving out. So if you guys don't follow Zot Co on Instagram, guys, what's super cool too is that it's also signed, but he makes incredible, incredible resin figures, all handmade by himself. His art is awesome. It's super, super cool, super bright. I love the colors. I had seen that Zot was going to be at 5 points. So of course I had to go say hi because he's awesome. And look at my little resin ape head. So it actually has some little details inside, but check out those gem eyes. You could see the little teeth here too. But the detail is awesome, and he actually signed the bottom of it as well. So Zot, thank you so much. This was so sweet of you, and I really appreciate it, and your booth looked amazing at 5 points. I don't remember what booth name this was, but guys, they had this incredible vintage looking pop culture retro but new collectibles, and I picked up a Lost Boys pendant, if you couldn't tell already, because I think I've mentioned it many times. My collection is up there, which isn't the full thing. I love the Lost Boys so much. Paul and I actually watched the movie together recently, and I really wanted to show him the Lost Boys, and we had the best time ever. So I've seen the movie a bunch of times. Guys, they had this Santa Carla looking blacklight color retro pennant, and not only does it say where it's fun to be a vampire, but it actually has David, who's played by Kiefer Sutherland, in vampire form, and I just love the colors on this. So I was so excited when I saw this. They actually had a print, and I had asked them if they had anything else from the Lost Boys, and they told me they had this, and oh my gosh, the detail on this is stunning. Next up, we have Plastic Pizza / Mr. Mento. So Mr. Mento is an amazing artist who I also got to meet at 5 points. I've known his work through clutter shows in the past, but guys, I had to stop by because he had these adorable Mento tequila resin sculptures. When I show you this, you're gonna love it. This is the little box that it came in. So if you guys didn't guess it already, Mr. Mento tequila. It's a little resin tequila, and it was so cute. So I actually got to meet him. He was so, so nice, and got him to sign the box. And guys, inside the box is a tiny jade edition of this, of the tequila bottle, which look how adorable this is. And on the bottom, I also was lucky enough to get him to sign this. I not only picked this up for me, but I also picked one up for Paul, as well as my amazing mama at FUNKO Lover. So please, please go give her a follow on Instagram. She posts incredible collectibles. If you think my collection's awesome, you should see hers because it's incredible. So please go give both at Deadpool_collects, which is my amazing boyfriend, a follow on Instagram, and at FUNKO Lover, who's my amazing mom, a follow as well. And please show your love and support. But I had to get them a Mento tequila as well because I've been raving about this since I saw that this was going to be at 5 points, and I just love it so much. So I wanted to get one for them as well. I also picked up a couple things for some friends there, and Mr. Mento had such amazing, amazing pieces there at 5 points. So please go check him out. You'll see the rest of everything that he had on his Instagram, and also check out Plastic Pizza because they are an awesome company as well. Next up is Super 7. If you guys don't know Super 7, oh my gosh, you probably do, but if you don't know the company name, you've probably seen them before. So Super 7 makes a lot of those retro looking blister packs, but they're actually new age articulated figures. So they've made ones for The Office, they've made ones for The Lost Boys, for Buffy, which gives you a little hint to some other things that I might have in my collection. But they have so many incredible ones. At the show, they also had the Motley Crue ones, which I don't know if those were new, but they were pretty cool. And so many others. There's Universal Monsters, there's more than I could probably name, and they are awesome. But I had seen that they were teasing this, which, oh my gosh, guys, the glow is so unreal. I had seen that they were teasing this as something that they were bringing back, and they had this exclusive glow-in-the-dark colorway at 5 points. They had Batboy and 2 others, and when I got there, I actually didn't realize this was going to be this big of a collectible, and I fell in love with it when I saw it, and I had seen Super 7 was going to be there, which was so amazing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I had purchased so much already, but I knew I needed to get this. So it is the Batboy Glow in the Dark Sofubi, which it actually says on the foot, Super 7 made in Japan, 2016 Brian Flynn. So like I said, they had previous variants of this, and you can see too the arm articulates, or the little wing, as well as the head. Super lightweight, made in Japan. It is a incredible Sofubi figure, and it's actually one of my first. I have a Morris the cat, which I love, which Funko Lover got me as a special surprise. Oh, we love Morris so much, but this is a Sofubi that I will cherish forever. And for those of you who have seen Adventure Time before, this reminds me so much of Hudson Abadir, who's Marceline's dad. Like, looks exactly like him. So I was super thrilled because this also reminds me a lot of Adventure Time. But I did not just get that from Super 7. I also got the tiny edition, which, oh my god, it's so cute, I can't. It's a little Batboy Sofubi in there, and once again, I just love this so much. So we have full-size Batboy and tiny Batboy. Here's the comparison. Now we're gonna move on to Bruccaroni. So Bruccaroni, guys, is such an amazing artist. David is awesome, and I actually got to see him do his live art battle against Vincent Scala. While I was there, there's always been a collectible that I've really wanted called the Midnight Moonbat. And so many variants have been done of this. I believe Andrea Kang has also done one, but I've always loved this figure. It reminds me a lot of Marceline from Adventure Time as well. So I had seen that David did a Moonbat edition, which, let me show you guys, is so awesome. She is giving me all the Raggedy Ann, Chucky vibes. I love her. She actually has a little tail on the back, which you can theoretically hang her from something and she'll hang off like a vampire bat. I got limited to 9 pieces. I was lucky enough to get number 9 out of 9. The artist proof Moonbat. So how nice did David do this? Like, it's beautiful packaging. I love this. I love that it's bagged and carded, and it does say Bruccaroni's AP Moonbat Limited Edition. And back here, it's actually signed by David, 9 out of 9, and it talks about her and who she is. It is such a beautiful collectible. Her hat actually spins as well. And to get an artist proof was so special. So I was super excited to get this. I couldn't believe, I fell in love with her really from the second that I saw her. And I love the colors and everything here. And the fact that it's an AP was so awesome. Next item, guys, which is one of my all-time favorite artists. You've actually been looking at some of his work in my background for this whole video already. That is none other than the infamous Deadbeat City, also referred to as DBC. Guys, Deadbeat City is one of my favorite artists of all time, and I have, of course, Clutter and his magnificent collaborations with Clutter to thank for that as well. So back here, I have a couple of my DBC. I have my Kuma Cub set, which is a blue glow, and they're all tatted up, which I love because they're just like me. And I have my little 5 points exclusive that's also by Deadbeat. I actually have every single collectible that I own by Deadbeat City signed. So this was such an incredible day, guys. Deadbeat City, his booth was easily one of my favorites of all time. And that's because it was called Deadbeat Land. So it looked like a retro storybook shooting range, like an old-time Western one, but it literally looked like it was drawn. Like, it was beautiful, and I loved his booth. So I put it first on my list to run there. As soon as the gates opened, I was able to get in at 11 a.m. So I was really hoping, since the VIP rush had already gone through, that there would be something left. And I had actually seen through social media what he was bringing on Saturday. And guys, when I got there, so much was sold. All of one of the newer figures, as well as the little dinosaurs, and a bunch of others were already sold out. So I looked through. I was actually looking at getting another Kuma Cub set, but I've always really wanted this, and one of these by DBC. His collectibles are so difficult to find because everyone loves them, and there's such a loyal fan base. He's a really awesome artist, and I just love the sculpt. So I was able to get, I've wanted one of these for so long, and it is a blue glow. It's kind of like a bluish whitish, but I was able to get one of the little bagged DBC bears. So I'm going to tell you all about this. First of all, I love that this is holographic. So cool. And on the back here, it says Deadbeat City Co. And I got it signed again by Deadbeat himself, who is so nice. Again, all the artists are so sweet. But here is my new little addition himself. It is like a whitish blue glow, and you can see his little face on there as well. But what I love about these is that they're really, really heavy. I want to say they're either hand casted out of resin or something else, but the head is actually articulated on like a moving bowl joint kind of deal here. So you can actually like tilt his head, which I think is so cool. I have wanted one of these for a long, long time. Clutter has an amazing collection of these in their personal collection, and I've been scouting the marketplace and just in general, and it's so difficult to find people who want to let these go because they're so beautiful. So I was so excited. I sprinted there. Thankfully, his booth was really close to the entrance, and I was able to bring this little guy home. So this is easily my favorite so far out of my whole collection from Deadbeat City. I'm looking really forward to getting more, and he is just so awesome. The next shout out that I want to give is to an amazing company called Popp and Beards. They are actually who I had purchased some of my super plastic from when I first started collecting, and they've always been incredible. Check them out on Instagram at Popp and Beards. They actually have a store in one of the malls in Georgia, so if you're in Georgia, check them out because you might be local. But I was talking to one of the owners there for probably a good 25 minutes. We were talking all things super plastic. They brought such an amazing super plastic collection there. And oh my gosh, so many older pieces, so many incredible custom pieces that they had. I was just like a kid in Candyland at this entire event. So we were talking, and I had noticed on their back table they had one of the Grand Chamaco pieces. So if you see this guy here, this is the glow edition that my incredible mom, Funko Lover, actually got me as a surprise a while back. It articulates. We love super plastic. We could not talk about super plastic enough. And this glow is insane. But there's two other variants of this, a pink and a green. So I'll insert a little picture here of the pink one. I actually picked this up from Popp and Beards for my mom, Funko Lover, because one, she deserves every collectible in the entire world and more. And two, I knew that she loved the other ones as well, and they had the pink one, so I really wanted to get her something special from the event, in addition to the little Mento tequila, and I was so excited to get that for her. So that's another thing that I picked up. So shout out to Popp and Beards. You have an amazing selection, and they're so sweet. And this next artist will actually be the last items that I got from 5 Points, and let me just tell you, we're going out with a bang. So I ended up picking up something from this artist for Paul because it is a really special meaning, and I'll tell you a little bit more. But this artist's name is Zot Co. So guys, if you don't know Luke, oh my gosh, you probably might just from his artwork. He's done collaborations with Kid Robot and Dunny. He's done plush, he's done vinyl, he's done resin, he's done sofubi, he's done plenty of collaborations with Clutter. He has beautiful pieces out there. One that I really want to get one day is called Possessed, and it is a bear with kind of like blood on his hands with like a demon floating around him, controlling him. There's been a honey bear version of that. There's been a black and gold edition of that. He's done the Decapitated series. So many collaborations with Monkey King. I could go on and on about just how much I really adore this artist. I love his work. I've always wanted to meet him. And when I learned that Zot Co was going to be at 5 Points, he was in my top 3 of artists that I literally ran to. And I was so excited. So the first thing that I want to show off is actually the bag that I got there. So in meeting Luke, it was such an amazing experience because he is so down to earth and really appreciative, and I had nothing but incredible things to say. And I want to give a shout out to Rachel, who was also there. Actually came and found me a couple hours later after I had stopped by the booth to pick up a couple of collectibles, which I can't wait to show you, just to tell me how sweet what I had said was and how appreciated it was. And that just made my whole day. So Rachel and Luke, if you were watching this, thank you for just being amazing people. Luke, you are such a talented artist, and I will be a fan of yours for life. I'm really hoping to see, though, more collaborations with you and Clutter in the future. When I told Luke that I wanted a bag, because I actually bought 3 of what I'm going to show you, he actually grabbed it and wrote, "I bear lo-fi" on it. So I told him, and I actually mean it, I will be keeping this bag forever and ever and ever. I now want to introduce you to the amazing low fidelity and high fidelity series by Luke. So guys, Here is the original artwork on the box. This is the first collectible that I picked up. This was the Low Fidelity, High Fidelity by Luke. So this is the black bear with the white hoodie. First of all, can we take a moment for the box? How gorgeous. And guys, I got it signed. So Luke signed it here, and of course he drew his signature bear. What a beautiful, beautiful box. It reminds me a lot of Silent Hill, the ending of Silent Hill, which if you haven't seen Silent Hill, the movie, you need to go see it. But the ending, if you know, you know, like the fog and everything, it's just a beautiful design, and that's his original artwork. So I love how this box, of course, doubles as the encapsulation for this amazing art that I'm going to show you. But it's also his original artwork, so how nice that you can display it like this. Or of course, I got mine signed, so I can display it like this as well. Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment? So I asked Luke what his inspiration behind this collection was, and it's actually so intriguing and something that I really personally connect to. He told me about how it's about lo-fi music. So low fidelity, lo-fi, if you put two and two together, that's what you get. And look how beautiful. So this bear is literally listening to lo-fi music. I love that it has the headphones. Just what a striking piece of art. The mold on this is absolutely incredible. You can see here like the draping in his sweatshirt. I love the hoodie. So this is the first one that I picked up. This one is ultra limited to only, I think, several hundred units. I want to say 200. And I was so lucky that Luke actually still had a couple of these left. So again, shout out to Luke because I just love this. Oh, and I didn't get to show you guys. He signed the bottom of the foot here as well and drew a bear, his signature. So I'm going to put him here as we move on to the next edition. So this next one is 2 out of 3. I'm just going to grab it. And that is because it is the Low Fidelity Lost in the 100 Acre Woods by Luke Chueh. So Luke had announced this for 5 points. Guys, I can't even tell you how much I love these. Look at this box. Again, original artwork by Luke. He actually had prints there as well. And of course, he signed this one too. Thank you again, Luke, so much for taking the time to talk to me and my dad, to take photos, to sign all of these, as well as the figures. Lost in the 100 Acre Woods edition, which, as you know, it definitely resembles one of our favorite bears, Winnie the Pooh. When I was a baby, my bedroom was actually Winnie the Pooh theme, from the wallpaper to different stuffed animals, and I grew up loving Winnie the Pooh. So this was something that not only is so striking, so beautiful, but really connects to my upbringing and my childhood. So I had to get this. Just take a look at how beautiful this is. Again, the mold is just amazing. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Different color headphones here. And of course, Luke signed the bottom as well. So thank you again, Luke. I'm going to insert a photo right here. I actually purchased this for Paul as a very special gift because not only do I just adore Luke's artwork, I wanted to get something for Paul that was really special and meant a lot to me, that I can share that love with him. So I did get him this edition here, which is the inverse of one of mine. I think it's so beautiful because it's like we complete one another, and what a beautiful, beautiful collectible that I was so excited to get for him. I also got the box signed, and I got it remarked as well with Luke's signature bear drawing. The very last thing that we have to show off. Oh my gosh, what an amazing haul this has been. Guys, before I show you this last one, please once again take a moment to go check out these incredible artists on Instagram and all of their socials. Please follow them. Please give me a follow at FUNKO Freak with 3 underscores because I will be posting so many photos from the event, and also make sure to subscribe to me here on YouTube because there's so much more to come. This is something that Luke actually added in complimentary, and was so sweet of him. I was so happy to get the 2 for me and 1 for Paul, and just to be able to meet him. But this was something that I also really loved. So this is handmade. It is the Low Fidelity, High Fidelity collection. Check it out. Look how beautiful this is. And it is one of the lo-fi, hi-fi bears. Super, super teensy, like super teeny tiny. I absolutely love this, and I will be displaying it with my bears. And guys, Luke actually signed the foot in there. And check it out. behind the back as well. That brings us to the end of this incredibly long video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your favorite collectibles were from this video, and let me know if you went to 5 points. Did you pick anything up? Did you see anything on social that you would have loved to pick up? Again, a huge shout out to Miranda and Josh from Clutter for doing the most amazing job with 5 points. I cannot wait for next year, and I can't wait to continue to enjoy all of these special collectibles and memories. The only thing that would have made 5 points better was if my amazing boyfriend Paul was with me. I told him that I cannot wait until we can go together because he would have loved 5 points as well. So again, shout out to all the amazing artists, and guys, whew, what a haul. I can't wait for next year. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube here. Don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.